Hey everybody, this is Aaron Collada, one of your program co-chairs. We're excited to present this virtual ICWSM. Since it's a brave new world of virtual conferencing, I wanted to do a quick rundown of the different ways you can participate at this conference. So once you registered, you should have received an email with login information to both this virtual website as well as our Slack channel. First of all, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Alexander Rush and everybody at iClear, whose code is what we built upon to build our website here. They did a great job with their conference a month or so ago. So the first thing is that, of course, because it's a virtual conference, we decided to go asynchronous in terms of the presentation of the core content. What that means is that we have a playlist with every single video that presenters have uploaded for you to be able to view before, during, and after the conference. The main area of synchronous interaction, which you can find at the schedule here, is for Q&A sessions. So the idea here is you've already watched the video and you're here to interact with the authors to discuss it in more depth. Now, there's three types of sessions we have here. The first are the keynote sessions. And so these sessions are, of course, single track, and this will be a hosted Q&A discussion with the presenter. Again, if you go to the keynote page, you can find the video as well as a link to the Zoom, as well as the time when this will be happening. The second type of session is the spotlight sessions. There are three of these, each of which has 3 papers. This is also a single track. And the idea here is there will be a session chair, and again, it will solely be Q&A with the authors of these papers via Zoom. Once again, you can click on each of these papers to find more information, the video, as well as the link to Zoom. The final type of session we're calling a poster session, and this is a parallel track. So there's between 6 and 8 papers on each of these sessions, and each one of these papers has their own Zoom session that you can log into to interact with the authors. The reason we called it a poster session is that the interaction mode should be similar to a real life poster session, in that one can jump around to different papers within this hour block, kind of jump in, start a conversation, continue a conversation with authors about their work. Once again, if you click on any of these, you can find more information as well as the Zoom links. On this main schedule page, you can also, of course, pick your time zone and download the calendar. If you want to put it into your own calendaring app, you get the overview like so. As for the papers themselves, we have this searchable interface to find papers. If you click on a particular paper, we have the type of paper it is, be it full, demo, poster, its data set, etc. We have the abstract, we have a link to the full paper. We have a link to the Slack channel, which I'll talk about in a moment, Zoom, as well as if you want a calendar link just for this particular paper, you can get that and it'll add it to your calendar like so you know when to go in to talk to those authors. Additionally, down below, we have a list of similar papers using a simple recommendation system based on content, if you want to navigate through papers that way. Okay, so on Slack, which again, you should have received an invitation to, we have a few things. Of course, we have announcements just for general things. We have social for social interactions. We have a help channel if you want to ask questions about what in the world is going on here. And then we have channels for each paper and keynote. So a keynote has a channel. We have channels for particular individual papers, etc. And the idea here is to provide an asynchronous way for you to interact. So here you can ask questions before, during, or after the actual presentation, the Zoom session. And the authors can interact with you via this Slack channel. There's a couple ways to find the Slack channel for a particular paper. Again, you could either click the link here, which will open up this Slack desktop app to that channel, or you can come into the Slack workspace and go to the channel browser, and you can search for fake newspapers here, and you can click on them and join the channel if you want to do it that way. Okay, I think that covers everything I wanted to say. Feel free to give us a shout in the help channel if you have more questions. Otherwise, let's have a great conference.